Calling all nerds. This is More Than Dice, the podcast where we dive deep into the realms of everything nerdy. Whether you're a nerd culture connoisseur, a tabletop titan, a miniature gaming marveler, or just someone who proudly embraces their inner geek, this is the podcast for you. And now, let's get to the show.
And welcome to another episode of More Than Dice. I'm Gonzo.
I'm Mizzy.
Oh, I'm busy. Hi, I'm Nessie.
As you can see, everybody's already painting and trying to get models ready. Today we're going to be doing nothing but a hobby podge, hobby hodgepodge, where we're going to be working on our models. I'm way behind on my Adepticon painting. Luckily, I don't have too much to worry about. I got 2 weeks of free time to do it. So
I would like to interject here that I am not furiously painting for Adepticon. I am painting for joy because I am done with my northern tribes. So there.
You want a cookie or something?
She had
No,
cookies yesterday.
I did have cookies yesterday.
Any good cookies? I want good cookies.
I would have rather cheesecake, but that's fine. Gonzo did not understand the assignment. It's fine.
Hey, I
You can make it
said
up to me
I
next
was
time.
going to do chocolate chip cookies, and I did chocolate chip cookies. Again, guys, welcome to the channel. We're gonna be working on a lot of models today. I'm gonna try to get to a certain point before the end of the show, and everything. But we want to thank all of our podcast people that listen to us, either live, anywhere that we do this. We appreciate you being there. Hey, Big Jim Slade. We will definitely be at Adepticon. And we will have, if you're going to the content creator meet and greet, we will be there, and we will actually have a special edition miniature that we're going to be giving away at that event. So hopefully if you see us there, you can grab one. You can get one from each of us, and each one is a different color. So you'll get to see some kind of cool and neat things. And then what else? Then Thursday, Friday, we're Warcrowing it up, and then Saturday is kind of our day to go do whatever. We got social gatherings we got to go to, buying powers, what we have to do.
Lots of buying. I have a shopping list.
I do too, and I figure we could talk about that because there's one that kind of snuck up on me at the last minute. And such, but we'll get into that when we get to the channel, and we're going to talk about some buying stuff. Because we want to thank all of our sponsors, of course. Eldritch Foundry. Don't forget they have a new tribe that you can go check out, where they do pre-made models, and they are not models that are just on Eldritch Foundry. They have this new golem on there, which I'll probably be printing whenever our campaign hits a point in time where I can use that model.
Shocked.
Yeah, shocked that I would use a model. Also,
shocked that you would 3D print more models to use for our game.
We also want to thank Turbo Dork
Sarcasm.
for supporting the channel and having awesome paints. They got a bunch of new things coming out pretty soon, and also some new colors. Make sure you check them out. If you see them at Adepticon, tell them that Gonzo and the team sent them your way. That way you can go and just say that we did some cool stuff. Do we have any shout outs this week?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe so.
I don't know of any right off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
It was a good week. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
With that said, Missy, what are you drinking tonight?
I have all the hydration. So I have Dr. Death, which is, I still can't get over the fact that it tastes like Dr. Pepper as much as it does, but hey, I'll take it, and it's healthy.
Take the win.
It's a lot better than actual Dr. Pepper, which has a shit ton of carbs that will jack with me. But then whenever I'm done with that, I have regular H2O in our fancy water bottle. So,
Nice.
Nestor,
I have a Diet Coke somewhere around here.
He's not putting his
I
brush
was
down.
nope, can't break
nope,
the momentum.
nope. It's somewhere around here. I was gonna get water, and then I got distracted by pre-painting. I was just minding my business, and yeah, Gonzo, what you got?
I'm also doing the H2O today too, so I'm gonna be doing that. Make sure I stay hydrated. I'm kind of feeling it from the time change. So, because I actually stayed up quite late last night, getting ready for our next campaign session, which is not going to be till what? Ooh, end of April? Yeah, type thing for our next Draw
Nope.
Steel game. So, in person. So, waiting for that. But I need to get on to all the painting that I have. So, I'm just going to be doing some good old fashioned H.
Nice.
Guys, as usual, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you look after each other. If you see something, say something. If you hear something, say something. If you can do something, do it. Gotta keep on our toes. Cheers.
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 I'm gonna switch over to the paint cam.
Still weird as hell that tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Well, Dr. Pepper tastes gross, so
It tastes delicious, and you can fuck off with your heathen taste buds.
Wow. I mean, she's not
23
wrong.
flavor. I know I'm not wrong. Dr. Pepper's the 23 flavors of deliciousness and awesomeness. Only made better by the addition of cream soda.
There was an alcoholic drink that I used to make that tasted like cream soda. It was very dangerous.
Oh damn.
And there was another one that tasted like Dr. Pepper, so that's even crazier.
So buying at Adepticon.
Ugh.
We
I am glad I get a bonus.
I technically I made some extra cash so I can do that.
I did my taxes.
Yeah.
I did my taxes too. I'm so proud of us.
Nice.
But we started, I started already planning what we're going to purchase at Adepticon. And go through. I was originally going to purchase stuff for StarCraft. Because they were going to start selling some StarCraft at Adepticon. Well, they had their meeting, their AMA yesterday. Still looks like it's going to be fun. They got a really neat schedule. They're making their own miniatures, so it's not anything. They don't have to wait on a third party or whatever. But they're only bringing 500 boxes. We don't know exactly everything that's going to be there, so I'm kind of holding off on it. One, if you want Zerg or Marines, you have to buy the 2-player starter. Really don't want to buy the 2-player starter.
And I don't want to play Marines, so
yeah,
not really a point to.
And so
I want to play Zerg or Marines. I play Space Marines or Tyranids.
Yeah, so I mean, I want to play Zerg, but I don't want to spend $200 when the Founders Edition for the Protoss is like $110.
Yeah.
And it comes with a good supply of all the stuff there. So I'm like, I really don't want to buy that. So I'm not really going to buy it at Adepticon. And I don't know if I really want to buy it anything. Hey, Techly. So because it is going to come from overseas, so there is going to be, the
Shipping fees,
tariffs and shipping and taxes and all this other
nonsense.
stuff. So, I've got to see before I get too into it. So I don't know. Still interested in it. I think it's going to be a decent game. It is going to be a version. Rules are semi version of 40K. So, there's going to be a decent amount of people that it'll be easier to grasp because it's very similar, I guess, best way to put it, but not exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll have to wait and see. So that one is gonna kind of off the table for right now. I'm gonna wait until after it hits stores because their first wave is pretty much a founder's wave, and then they're going to go production wise. So waiting to see.
Yeah.
Still
Makes sense.
interested, just gonna wait type thing. So
And that's okay.
yeah, nothing wrong with that. No slam, no nothing. Just gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of what I did last year for malediction, and you know, and it's good that I waited because of what they did this year. So
Well,
Yes.
it was interesting is if you're getting a swag bag, there is a chance that you'll get a malediction army in that swag bag.
Mhm.
So there's already people saying that they would be willing to purchase uh, armies already from people because it is the standees where you can get you get the STL code. You can print the models, blah blah blah. No big deal. That's what they're meant to do. That's how this works. But uh, I'm only missing one faction, so if I get that faction that I'm missing, more power to me. If not, I'll see if I can trade to get the faction I need.
yeah.
So jumping back to StarCraft for a second, did they mention if they were going to have demos at Adepticon?
Oh, I'm sure they
Do you know?
will. Yeah, I don't think I didn't hear it, but they would be dumb not to have demos at Adepticon.
Especially if you're selling the box.
Yeah, and the map, the size of the area that they've got is huge. So I'm guessing they're gonna be doing quite a few walk up demos for the game.
That would be good.
It would surprise me. It would be one of the biggest blunders if they didn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean that would be extremely poor for them not.
Yeah, it would not launch the game very well
No.
if no one could play the game as a demo.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have tons of models out that you can see and look at. And then I'm sure there's going to be demos being played. I know they did demos at Gamma, so I'm sure they'll do demos at. But like I said, they're only going to have like 500 boxes. And, that's going to sell out pretty quickly. I have a feeling.
And we're not really going to be in the vendor hall a whole lot until Saturday.
I mean, we'll be there Friday morning because we'll be
True.
playing Warcrow
That's right.
and we'll be right next door to it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. You'll be there Thursday and Friday. You guys will be right next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got our team
Warcrow,
tournament.
yeah, because Warcrow is actually right next door to, what do I call
The
it?
Corvus,
The
the
Corvus
Corvus Belly
Belly.
booth.
Yeah, we're right next to the Corvus Belly booth.
Perfect for me to go swipe my list that I need from them.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I pretty much will be going over there, like right when the doors open. I'll be like, okay. I need to go this real quick, Hey, let's put it on quick, real quick, so I can walk over there and get the models that I need.
Yeah.
Which, talking about that, what are we planning on buying from Corvus Belly this year?
More scions.
And more Scions?
Yeah. If they have, I'm with you, Mizzy. I'm probably gonna end up getting was it the February releases?
Yeah.
That'll
Because I know basically if there's any scions I don't have, I'm gonna want to buy them.
Yeah, I'm right behind you. Let's
'Cause
see.
and
Right.
you and I have talked about this, Nestor. 2027 is the year of the fam.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep. 2027 is the year
the
of
scions are
y'all.
coming.
Yep. And it'll be both versions too, because it's either going to be you're doing red caps or you're going to do demons.
Yes.
Same. It's whatever I can
So
get painted.
so currently I'm painting some scions that are of the demon versions because like I really like the models. Like I've got Puppeteer, I've got Echoes,
Yeah.
um and a couple others that I just thought were really cool and I wanted to paint them. So I'm doing that and we'll see how it goes.
Technically,
But
I'm also surprised they didn't mention any Gundam Assemble or Adepticon. I mean, Bandai is really I don't think Bandai really sees how big the miniature community is because they really kind of dropped the ball so far on getting miniatures to actual miniature painters.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I've seen a handful of us that have it because we bought the Gundam Assemble boxes, but like I'm surprised that I would be surprised if Bandai doesn't have a booth at Adepticon, even if it's just to do the demos.
yeah,
As of right now, they do not.
that
But
is
we
a
don't know.
big missed opportunity for them.
Yeah. So, Mizzy, going back to the Scions,
Uh-huh.
the mm, I got the Liberated, which are the guys with the axes.
Yeah.
I got the half angel, half demon, the Divergent dude. Um,
Mhm.
I didn't buy the intact because I am not a fan of the Siocast versions, and the Gundam Adventures actually has them already.
Okay.
Mm.
And then the marked are
You
the
mean Workrow
other
Adventures?
in the Warcrow. Sorry, Gundam
Yeah,
Adventure.
yeah, yeah.
In the Warcrow Adventures, they have
I I know what you meant.
the marked and the intact are in the box.
Yes.
So I'm not too thrilled on like I'll get them. But it looks like I'm probably gonna get the March pre-order if that's available. Would be the Yalda supports and the perfect one.
Mhm. So I definitely want to get Samara because he's just a badass looking model and I love it. Um I don't think I need the officers, but also why not?
Right?
We'll see.
Like why not?
And then I'm still on the fence if I want to get dwarves, but I was looking at the dwarves and damn, they look fun.
Hey, and the thing is they're none of them are Siocast. Looks like they've moved away. And it's going to be they're all Unicool.
Yeah.
So it's do I need a third army for Warcrow? Maybe.
Do I need a sixth army for Warcraft?
And see
Like
me, I'm not going to be
Pokemon, you
buying
gotta catch
dwarves.
them all.
Not buying dwarves. I will probably buy demons eventually when they do an action pack. But that's about it. But what I will be buying is my good old monster, the Moss Man, the Hermit Moss.
Oh yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah, that should. I'm guessing that should be at Adepticon since it's a March release. That they'll have some.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get the instructor and the feudum supports. If they're at Adepticon. Um, there seems to be like a scenery pack coming out in April, but
Yep,
I don't think that'll be out at. I
might
don't
or
know.
might not. There's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna have the Mount Haven crew, they might have the support scenery pack.
They might. Might happen. I mean, that's of course we're gonna buy our little pieces that we want from Corvus Belly.
Mhm.
Yes.
Um,
Definitely buy new dice because I need new dice. I need
Mm.
the shiny click-clacks.
oh, you're also gonna are you gonna buy the new acrylic? You're gonna buy the acrylic token set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
hmm
think I'll buy the token set. I'll buy the dice. Um, the but I might buy the Imperial Service from Yujing
Okay.
or Infinity, and I think that might be it.
Yeah. Once I'm done painting all of my Warcrow, all my elves, I'm gonna be working on my Infinity army, putting it. But I might take a small break to paint up something that I'm going to be picking up that came on my radar in the last 2 weeks. And I spent some time delving in on it. And I was like, this is actually in budget easily. And kind of like the models because the models are stupid.
Is this the one that we were talking about?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, look. Y'all know me. Y'all know I am a sucker for cute little pugs. Tell me why this game decided to make a pug skeleton.
Because why
Ghost,
not?
ghostly pug
Because
skeleton.
because they knew that I was going to need to buy that goddamn model just because it's a pug.
Well, on top of that, also one of the faction is drunk
Facts.
orcs.
And come on, guys. Like
Of course.
drunk orcs. Hi, it's me.
So the game that we're talking about, and what was interesting is it popped up on my feed. I don't know why it popped up or whatever. And I'm sure it's
'Cause that
because
that
it
algorithm knows you're a fucking nerd, Gonzo.
yeah. And I was like, I've heard
Also
of this,
facts.
but I've never touched it, never looked at it, never really did anything. So it came up. I think it came up because of Relic Blade. Because Relic Blade, by the way, if you don't know, a lot of their miniatures are moving over to plastic. Great. They're all
Mhm.
sprue type, so more power. He did it all on his own, so on and so forth. Awesome job.
Two bucks.
And so, and I think because they also all work together, and I think they have a pod team thing going or whatever. But the miniatures are very whimsical and such, and I was very interested in it. And so by the way, the game we're talking about is Arc World. Arc World is ARCWORLDE. It
Yep.
is a skirmish, small model count game. Great, we're all into small model count game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the models are very whimsical and silly. Like their eyeballs are, exceptionally big on some models, like they're scared out of their, wits. The game is very, very simple. They teach how to play most of the game in like 10 minutes. 12 different factions. I went to look at how much it cost. That was the kicker for me on anything I buy now is how much is it going to cost me to play an entire game full faction wise?
Right.
Um, type thing. I'm not doing a GW, not going to do War Machine. I can't spend $600-700, to get a full army type thing. And so I went and looked them up and looked up a faction that I was like, oh, this one seems kind of cool and kind of neat. This one kind of fits my alley. And really, it came to like $140 for all the models.
That's good.
Yeah, I think I could push it to 160. That's not getting like any mercenaries. That's just getting the straight faction.
Right.
Um,
And that's actually pretty good.
yeah, even at 160, that's still going there.
For those
Um,
of you in the chat, I have put a link there to the Ancient Dead faction where you can find the Skelly Pug that I was talking about.
and that's actually the faction I looked at playing was the
The Ancient Dead.
the ancient dead, which is skeletons and a lich.
hmm
Um,
I also thought that it was really cool that the Bone Goliath looks like the Cyclops from Enshrouded.
It does.
Nice.
Um, but the system is they got a 10-minute video on how to play the game, and it's very easy, very simple. But they have something that really I thought was very interesting in their rule set. They have narrative feats. And you're like, what are narrative feats, Gonzo? Well, let me tell you what narrative feats are. You want to do something in the game? You do it, but you talk to your opponent. And they give an example in the little 10-minute video, which I think was really good. This giant troll comes out and starts to attack, everybody type thing. Because they have NPCs that can, appear. Because there's a narrative, there's a campaign and all this other stuff, and so on and so forth. Cool. Well, their big boss wizard on one of the side of the faction decides to do a narrative feat. And he goes, I want to have that tree that's next to the troll fall on him and do damage. And they're like, okay. So what happens is the players discuss what type of level it would be and what it is and decide on a difficulty. And they've got like a little chart to help you figure out and everything. And you roll and see if it happens. If it happens, the tree falls over and, blah, blah, blah. And, the effects happen. And if it doesn't happen, just it doesn't work because you didn't make the roll. So it got me thinking. I was like, narrative feat. You decide what it is, and then you and your partner decide, who you're playing with, this playing either against or with, decide the difficulty. And they got a little chart going, is this a huge, I'm going to cause an entire building to catch on fire or whatever. And so you just, as a collective player, decide what difficulty, and depending on what the difficulty is, depends on how much damage it does. And it also depends on how much, you have success-wise to do. So, I thought that was very interesting and fun because it adds that little extra fun factor to the game, in my opinion.
Oh, and who does that?
Yeah. It adds a little extra fun faction to the game because you could do anything. It all depends on your imagination, which I thought was great.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked at the rules. Rules are free online. They have an army builder that's free online. You can look at the stats of all the models that's free online, so you can see, certain things like the undead are considered. The faction I was looking at is considered to be always have cover because against range attacks because they're skeletons and it's hard to hit a skeleton with an arrow because it might fly through their rib cage.
Yeah.
That stuff. And then they can like bring models back or do whatever type thing. And then there are certain models that'll join them, certain other factions. So even though there's 12 factions, there's a possibility that one of the other faction you can get models from it to play with it. No big deal. We've seen it before. Rules are very simple. You move this amount of models. If you want to move more, you can, but you have to make a roll. And if you roll a 6, you fall. If you want to do it again, a 5 or a 6, you fall. Pretty simple.
Nice.
Simple D6 rolls. Do damage. You save. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's nothing that makes me go, oh, this is a bad system. Very simple, etc., etc. All for it. And then I looked at the models. Models are very comical. They're very whimsical. They're made out of metal. They're reasonably priced. There's some
Just
models.
a bunch of silly little guys.
Yeah, and they're actually very silly. Good thing is, it's played on a 3x3. So easily playable anywhere. Easily put any models you want down. And like I said, if I were to buy the Ancient Dead, I think the entire faction is like $146. That's not bad at all.
Nope.
No, considering most starters are like $100, and then it'll take you like another $300 to $400 just to get a good size army. So
Yeah, and like the starter, if you just want to buy the starter set is $48. So, if you don't want to buy the entire faction, you just want to buy the starter set, $48. I thought that's a very good price point. You're getting about 5 to 6 models out of that, depending on whatever faction you play, or you pick. They will be at Adepticon. It is Warp Miniatures. They do have a My Mini Factory page where they do other different models. That's where the mushroom people that I showed Mizzy army is,
Mushroom.
and such, and they'll be there. So that's all right. So there's $160, that I have no problem paying for. And sure, of course, we'll play a game, test it out, have some cool, funny models. Of course, Mizzy decided to choose the orcs that are redneck country swamp.
Cajun rednecks is what you called them,
Yeah,
sir.
raging rednecks in the swamp that drink alcohol, because they actually have gear where they can have an animal carry a keg with them.
Which their little swamp critter, even though it is not a pug, it is pug-like, which also spoke to my heart.
if not a pug, then why pug shaped?
Exactly.
They have a model that's called the Bruiserker. So, there's I was looking at all the rules of all the models to see what I would like, and there's actually a Dark Lord model, and it's actually kind of a spoof off of Sauron. And if the Dark Lord model gets into melee with the leader of another model, he can do a monologue, and if he does a monologue and it does well enough or whatever, he gets bonuses to attack. And I was like, see, it's stupid shit like that we need games for. That we need, we need things. And I'm a sucker for whimsical models that are done well, that are sculpted well, that look nice, etc., etc. It's also a reason why we like Relic Blade, because the models are they're not over crafted, I best way to put it, or over designed.
They're just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just they're well enough that you don't have to spend 800 hours painting all the barnacles off of a model type thing. It's just good and solid, and it's not over detailed. So I thought it was very, very good. So that was one thing I was definitely going to go pick up. I was going to go pick up a faction. Meet the designers. I'm sure they'll have the designer there and talk with the people about it. It looks kind of silly. The mages look kind of silly and fun. I mean, the mages have a magical bookcase they can take with them. So
as they
That
should.
tracks.
As they should.
So I mean, there's just so many. There's an elf faction. Just not this one's just not my style or whatever. There's a vampire faction. There's a
not broke. Is the elf faction not broken enough for you?
No, it's not broken enough.
That's exactly what it is, Mizzy.
Yeah.
You know that's exactly.
It just
I'm not
wasn't
arguing with you.
And what else? There was there's a halfling faction, which I think is hilarious because some of them are carrying frying pans around.
Yes.
So there, I mean, it's just
fun.
Not every game has to be a super uber competitive game. You can just have a good, fun, throw models down, shenanigan, etc.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yep.
So, that was something, and I saw that, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I mean, it is a small company, not too worried about it. Any money that goes to them, I'm sure, helps them out. Mizzy, you should probably pick up some of this.
Yes, I do need to get some of that because we both use it, and I know that my demons will need more.
What color?
It's the terrain mud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the one thing, and I think Mizzy was going to pick up orcs. I think
The
hers was
orcs.
like, I think if you bought all the orcs, it was like $160.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
So it wasn't too bad. Don't have to worry. There's not really much that we have to purchase.
I think I was gonna get like a malediction mat. Um,
I might pick up a malediction mat just so we can have a malediction mat.
yeah. Um, I mean, my malediction stuff came in. The new starter box came in. Um, Michelle was like, you know, you're gonna have to show me how to play miniature games because Gonzo and Mizzy will get on you if you don't. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Twist arms.
I was oh no, sure.
Oh no! How to teach your girlfriend your hobby that you like?
Oh no. Yeah, I
How
was gonna
how
show her this
awful!
week. I was gonna show her this weekend, and then I realized she doesn't have a table, and we're too old to sit on the floor to do miniatures. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait till the weekend. She's gonna come up the weekend before Adepticon,
hmm
so I'm just gonna show her Warcrow because I already have my Scions built for the Songs of Dormant and the Feudum, so it'll be you know something she likes if she wants to paint an army. You know, she can get her own army. She's not getting mine.
Yeah, I have to
You
stop by
say that
Baron
now.
of Dice. So I
Oh yeah, Baron of Dice.
gotta stop by Baron of Dice, talk to
We
them
always
about
need
some
more
stuff.
dice.
Black Site Studios, I'm gonna stop by them. So I can check out anything new that they have. Definitely gonna stop by Bombshell Miniatures. I always say hi to my friends and see if he's got anything cool.
I'll
Let's
do the
see.
same for Death Ray Designs. They're going to have the new
Yep.
rule book for Steel Rift.
Yeah, I'm working down the list right now of everybody. Corvus Belly, do. Death Ray Design. Going to stop by there, see what they have. Elric's Hobbies. Always check out to see if they have any cool new stuff. Free League Publishing. See if they've got any new books that I don't have. Not really, but I will
That's
check.
dangerous.
I know.
Oh,
See if there's any
oh.
RPGs they have. Game Envy. Always check out to see what the team has new. I definitely want to go to GCT Studios, which does Bushido, and I want to get a demo of Bushido.
You'll like it. The fact that it plays on a 2x2 board is what sold me about it. I just did not like the models when it was out.
Yeah,
The models now are way different. They're way cleaner. They're better. But the gameplay was really good.
yeah, and I may pick up a starter of that. Just depends. It depends on what starters they have or whatever, and if I like the game.
Mhm.
Let's see. We'll stop by Ignition Core Games and we'll talk to them because that's Relic Knight. I don't have any miniatures I need from them. I know we'll definitely be stopping by Impact Miniatures so people can see that stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm going down through everything. Of course, Mizzy's going to go by Misery Wren.
Yep.
Check out Modifius, see if they have any of their RPGs.
Also dangerous.
Yep. And then Mythica Gaming. Check out anything they have. I know Mizzy's going to go to Mystica Boost and see what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Nico Galaxy. Going to check out see if they have anything cool.
Oh,
I will.
Nico is going to be dangerous for me and Michelle. We
I will
walked out.
also. Oh, sorry, go, Mister.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
we walked. No, me and Michelle walked out with like. Oh no, I walked out with a 75 mil model from Nico, and it was and the others I wanted were sold out. So if I'm going there Thursday, it's going to be nuts.
That's fair. I will also be going by Meloria.
Yep.
She's got a bunch of beautiful jewelry and click-clacks and whatnot that I desperately wanted to buy last time, but I had already spent all my money on Scions. So I said next year, and now it's next year.
Yep.
So I will be going.
Let's see. Definitely gonna stop by Renegade Games, see if they have anything interesting there. Of course, y'all are gonna be going by Savage Sparrow.
Yes.
Tabletop Armory. I'll say hi to our friends over there. Stop by Army Painter, of course. Say hi to our friends over there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, say hi to Turbo Dork, Warp Miniatures, and Weird Games. I really want to get a decent demo of
Malifaux?
Malifaux. Because
What
the last time I did a demo of Malifaux, the guy was just really bad at demoing, and I like kind of walked away. So I want to get a decent demo, which means I will sucker Mizzy into doing a demo of that with me.
Oh no, how terrible.
Mizzy,
I
you
have to do
will.
a demo of a game that I
Not
own
only
models
that, but
for.
it's a demo of a game where you don't use dice, Mizzy.
I know. It's all up to the cards.
Yep.
And cards can only fuck me so much.
Dice can only fuck you so much
But
too.
you can cheat.
But the dice have a thing against me, and I don't know what I did to piss them off.
Nothing. Dice are just finical.
The dice gods just said, fuck you.
Pretty much. Like they really did. They.
Which is fine. It's fine. I don't have a problem with this at all. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think it's more of like it's more for Malediction or Loot Studios, it's going to be more of picking up maybe like like I said, a mat. Already have the two starters and an extra seeker, which I was very happy to get. I ended up getting this one, Gonzo.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
So because she's a dual seeker, which I thought was cool. I didn't know they had that well until I was reading on what the seekers do, and I was like, oh, but it only brings the character. No, my man, it brings her entire freaking army. Like, um, so it's like, oh, well, maybe I'll just get a. There was another seeker I wanted, so it's like, oh, I'll get the mat and maybe another seeker and maybe some this because you know how me and Michelle love magic, so this would be fun. Um,
yeah. I think y'all are gonna like it once you start getting into playing it and building decks
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and the terrain. I think you'll be very happy.
yeah, I was very excited to pick that up, and I mean, I was like, oh well, maybe they'll have the discount at uh Adepticon, but then I was like, wait, it's free shipping, and I don't have to lug it back home.
Yep.
That part.
That part, like,
Because
if I
really,
get
once you have the box and you open it up, you're gonna get rid of like 90% of the stuff in the box.
right,
You'll keep the D20 because hey, click clack it rocks.
Plenty rock. Yeah.
You'll keep the terrain until you can print your own terrain. Because it's got cardboard terrain.
And even then, you'll probably still keep it because you can put it underneath.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cards. You won't do anything with the standees because the standees you'll be 3D printing your models, so nothing to worry about there.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that they're like, oh well, if you don't want they give a lot of like, oh, if you don't want this, if you want to just get the models, we have the starters with the models. If you want, but it's like, dude, they're pricey. But then I was like, well, it's pricey because you're getting the goddamn models, Nessie. Like,
Plus the
Yes.
terrain STLs too.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
right. And I was like, it's I can do it. I've printed, I can print. I'll be fine. Like,
Yeah, the terrain printed very easy. It takes a little while because it's on FDM printing because they're
I was gonna ask if you
big pieces.
printed on FDM.
Yeah, don't do it on resin. Do it on your FDM because they're big pieces.
Yeah, I saw that.
Remind me, Nestor, which ones did you end up going with?
Hold on, I'll show you. This starter.
Okay, the 2-player.
Yeah,
And
with the Griffin and
I ended up getting both starters.
oh yeah, so you got all factions. The
got
only
all
faction I don't own is the Griffins. Or
These guys.
yep, that's the one I don't own.
She stood out to me after the preview trailer. I was like, this is the faction that I feel Michelle would play. And then I was like, oh look, undead. Oh, they're not in the same faction box. God damn it. All right, how much is this faction box? How much is this faction box? Okay, that's the price of 2 starters. Okay, I'm buying both starters. Like,
Yeah, since the Kickstarter or GameFound, however, I can't remember which one they did. I think it's GameFound is over, and people have bought all this stuff, and they've fulfilled that. The 2-player Kickstarter and all that stuff is good because it works in there.
yeah, when I kind of figured when they said they were going to do an announcement, I figured that it was going to be a 2-player starter.
Yeah,
I didn't figure it was going to be both factions, or sorry, all 4 factions in the starter. I figured they were just going to do one of, one, 2 of them, and that's it, and just be like, okay, good luck. So sorry. As I'm painting my not Joan of Arc for Feudum, I'm like, why is there still flash on this model? Like, god damn it.
but yeah, there's not a whole lot I want to buy.
Yeah, same.
I, the StarCraft was one of the one that I was going to, but then it kind of just kicked off, and I was like, oh, they're not going to do faction boxes. So I'm like, no, because I don't want to pay $200 for a bunch of stuff I'm not going to use.
Right.
And then there's nothing wrong with what they did. It's just I wish they would have done, heck, here's the Zerg Founders box, like the Protoss Founders.
Right. They could have done, I get it also where they're like, oh, we need to this to sell, so let's just do the starter and then the Protoss starter and that's it.
Yeah.
But they could have bought a few of the Zerg and the Space Marine starters also.
There isn't. That's the thing. There is no Space
Yeah,
Marine
right.
or
No, they
Zerg
didn't.
starter. So I'm like, they don't even have them in production. They don't have it listed anywhere. So I'm like, no, if I had somebody that was going to play Space Marines, sure, maybe someone local, I'd do it. But yeah, no. Just gonna have to wait. And then I'm also going to look at see if there's anything new. Um, New games. See if anybody's got anything interesting and different. Because there's not much, miniature game wise out there. I mean, Asmodee's not bringing any. I mean, you can do the demo of the new board game. Not really interested in that. But they've got nothing that's really coming up. Um, Team Forge Games is going to be showing off Minoth, which is going to be a pretty big hype for people that are playing War Machine. Um, and I'm sure
Maybe
they'll
it'll
have some models.
maybe it'll stop them from whining.
No, it won't. It's War Machine players.
What do you mean I can't use my men off? Dude, just wait.
What do you mean I don't have Menoth riding dinosaurs?
Oh, that's the kicker.
Men off riding dinosaurs? What did I miss here?
that was a thing. That's
So
a thing.
Minoth actually went to Zoo, which is, or however it's pronounced, which is actually where the dinosaurs are
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
in the world, and they are demanding that they do Minoth riding dinosaurs.
You could demand all you want. That's hilarious.
Don't know what they're gonna have outside of anything.
I mean, last year they came out with what was it, the Grave Diggers?
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So maybe
Well,
they'll do something.
they also had the Colossal, but they had very limited of that. Hopefully, they don't do limited like they did last time, because I think they were very limited on that Colossal that they brought out.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't a lot.
No, I think it was like only 20 or something like that. It was
Yeah.
not good. A lot of people were bitching about that. Huh? They're from overseas, so bringing stuff from overseas. That was one thing that Archon Studios was saying about only be able to bring 500 is because of some one, they're overseas, so shipping and taxes and all that stuff was
Yeah.
going to
I
be an
mean, that's kind
issue.
of the reason why Warsenal does so well with Corvus Belly is because they can ship beforehand because Warsenal handles their current overseas production.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you send it to Warsenal, you're good. Like they're already gonna have your stuff. So anything that they don't sell, Warsenal and Interstellar Games takes off their hands. So
So much of anything else. I mean, it's not like I need paint or anything.
savage.
If paint was a currency, you would be very rich.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely have to stop off and talk to Daggers. And for us for being sponsored for her channel.
Nice.
And also check out their new game. They're pimping.
Because they do one-page rules, right? So
See, that was something talking about one-page rules or whatever. I wonder if they're the one-page rules is going to be doing. What was the one game that was like 40K? Savage Star or Ravage Stars?
oh, that's isn't that mini wargaming?
Could be. I wonder if they're going to be where they're going to be at, or what they're going to what their blah 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 is going to be. That was a huge booth because that they do the huge look of battle, so where you can see like all the models in a huge
Yeah, I
simulation.
have a lot of their because I use them as proxies for chaos. Um which I don't think I'll be paying 40K for a while, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of them. But the uh the models look really good.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna be, but yeah, I didn't see anything directly related.
Yeah, I'm bringing a lot for teaching and not bringing a lot back. So
Trying not to bring a lot back is what you're saying?
trying not to bring a lot back. Like, I mean, if I leave with like 2 or 3 new seekers or malediction, that's on me, right?
Yep.
But it's not on my main thing. I know I'm gonna walk away with dice. I know I always walk away with dice. I'm gonna walk away with a lot of different things. So
Because dice, yes.
because clickety clackety.
Oh.
I think I got pretty far. I got pretty far in this.
I got a model and a half done.
Well, I got
Okay.
3 others done, but they were halfway done already. So technically, I didn't base them yet, so I just gotta paint their bases. But it's getting to the point where I can look at them and be like, come back tomorrow and be like, okay, what am I missing? Let me clean this up.
Yep.
You look like trash. But I don't have enough time to clean you up.
Does it answer the question of does it look good from 3 feet away? If the
I
answer is
can't tell
yes,
because I don't have a light over my makeshift painting station. Um, I think they look good from 3 feet away. So
there you go. That's all that matters. Three
yeah.
colors. Does it look good from 3 feet away? The rule of three.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and does it look good together? Does it look good uniform? Is
Yes.
another one, right? Because it could look like trash by itself, but then if it looks great together, that kind of helps.
Sold.
That's what gets me best painted armies. Like they're not looking at, you know, they're not looking at one individual model. They're looking
We're
at
looking at
everything as a unit. Like,
cohesion.
yeah. The fact that Darth Vader looks badass is what scares what's like, oh, that Darth Vader's got OSL. Oh, that one looks cool. Yeah, like it completely throws them off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that Boba Fett has like the smoke. It has like the smoke detail in the back. Like, yeah, that's right, suckers. Fall for that. I still got one more unit of paint for Adepticon. That should be it. So if you see me at Fort Wapple Thursday evening, mind your business,
Or
Because you
grab a
didn't finish
paintbrush and
painting?
help.
right? Or grab a paintbrush and help.
You got two choices.
Yep. Either bring me food and drink, or mind your business, or help. Like, get me food. Yeah, Michelle's really excited. Because even though she's already been to Gen Con, I told her I was like, Adepticon is a different monster.
Yep. Whole different ball of wax.
Yep. And I know her. If I can get her to do demos of board game of tabletop games, she will do them. She'll do them on her own without me. So
You gonna tell you bye Felicia and do it herself?
she'll do it herself. She'll be like, "Hey, while you're teaching this class, I'm gonna go ahead and do this demo." All right, bye.
Later.
So I bought this army. I don't know what game this is.
I like the
It looked really,
models.
I like them. That's exactly it.
They're
Like
pretty models.
I gave her a bunch of my old conquest models because they're Norse. They're Vikings, and so she
Y-
loves that shit. So
Yup.
um, I gave her all my trolls. And she's like, "Ooh, trolls!" And she just got all happy. I was like, "Okay, calm down, calm down."
Because trolls.
It's trolls, exactly. She had one on her painting station when I showed up this weekend. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yes.
Which it makes me think that she would end up doing Northern Tribes or Warcrow if she liked them.
Mm-hmm.
Show her
Which
Lada.
I will be bringing Lotta.
Nice.
I mean, it is a female orc with a whip.
Yeah.
With
That's
canonically red hair.
with canonically red hair. Correct. I think I have her too. I stopped at the archers.
You should have Lotta if that's the case.
Yeah. I mean, last I checked I do because I stopped at the archers because that's when Feudum came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, cool. I can do a different army than everybody else has." Um and by the sounds of it, it looks like I am because I'm either facing elves, maybe somebody's bringing. I think someone said they were bringing hegemony, um, or the narrative, and then I'm either facing elves, hegemony, or northern
Red
tribes so far.
caps.
Red caps. You bringing red caps?
I'm not bringing red caps. Someone who listens is bringing red caps.
Ah, okay, cool.
Well, they did make
Which
an
is where
announcement.
the alliance came.
They also said that dwarves will be legal as long as the cards are in the sphere.
And they're fully painted.
Yeah, it has to be fully
Three
painted. It's just
color,
like,
three color minimum, and they must be evasive.
You know
So-
how easy that is with those guys? Most of them wear armor. It's
yeah,
not hard.
you just
Yes.
dry brush that shit and then detail.
You come in.
Speak
Look,
of
look.
baby
You just
Ludo.
dry brush this gold right here, and you're done. And like, you do their beards brown or red, and you move on.
Yep.
Like
Super
there you go.
easy.
And then any ones that has flesh tone, and it's dude, you could. And if they're unicool like they say you are, you can build them Thursday, have them ready for the narrative Friday,
Mhm.
and even have them for the um tournament ready Saturday. So
Yep.
Well, there's going to be some people that already have the units and have the
yes,
boxes.
yes.
So
Joan is technically done. I just need to tighten her up, but she is 3 colors minimum. And then the foot knights and the other soldiers are ready. I just gotta build the archers. But the archers should be quick because they're unicool. See how they look painted. All right, they're not complicated. Yeah, they're not complicated. It's browns, blues, and metals. Easy.
cloth one color, metal one color.
Yeah, it's like, and they got like leather pants, and like it's really like they got khaki. Sorry, they got khaki pants. They got armor over it on the kneecaps. Yeah, this is me painting a Song of Ice and Fire all over again.
I asked about that recently, and I was like, it's still around.
Oh, and then I gotta magnetize their bases, but that I could do that tonight.
That ain't no thing.
Nope. Yeah, who did the Samara Dethan Divergent, the half angel, half demon looking one
Mm-hmm.
for Scions is pretty dope.
Yeah.
And I love their story too. It's beautiful.
I haven't read their story. I just was like, I need to get ready for 2027.
So I haven't fully read the story, but based on what the clips that I've seen and everything that and what Hoopu said before is just I'm like, yes, I'm here for.
Yeah. Gonzo is all in. Look at him.
I get this last bit of red, and then I'll touch up where I've messed up. I'm just doing the red, the main on these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to do the wood on the. I mean, it's
I don't know
8:06. I
what
got about
color.
30 minutes.
I'm trying to think what color, if I would paint them, what color I would do them. I'm a sucker for like the unnatural look of like an animal like that. Like
That's fair.
I think of it as like the skin tone is blending in and out of the background. Although right now Gonzo has it looking like Blanca from Street Fighter
I
2,
know.
and that kind of fucking scares me though, because I'm not gonna lie, Blanca scares me. So
Well, you know, it
like
do be like
Jason
that.
Momoa being Blanca in the next Street Fighter 2 movie scares me.
I'm just trying to get the red on them as quickly as possible. Not really caring if I make a mistake, because I can take the green and just paint that green up.
Mm-hmm.
Repaint over the green. Repaint
That's the
over
good
where.
thing I like about the Fnatic paints is that they do have an opaque, like they cover very well. So
Yeah.
Did all your classes sell out, by the way?
unfortunately not. The second weathering class did not sell as much. The first one did. The
Enough to keep it, but not cancel it?
enough to keep it. I mean, I don't. I know there will be walk-ins, and 5 to 7 students is still fine. Um,
That's
it
a
it
decent.
sold it sold at 5, and then I have a wait list of 6 students for the first weathering class. So I'm just like, hey, just go to the second weathering class, like um. And then the customized class sold out, and there was 10 people on wait list.
Dang.
Dang.
Um,
Look at
and
you
I
go.
asked, and I asked them if there will be extra seats available, and they're like, no, the rooms are pretty much set for the number of students for that room. So if it's going to be 18 students, it's going to be 18 seats.
Gotcha.
So I was like, shit, okay. That just means next year I can do it again. I can do
Yeah.
2 of them. I'll talk with Charity about that. Like, hey, is it worthwhile to put a second one because I had 10 people on wait list, or do I just make it a bigger class?
Yeah.
Do I make it now 24 instead of 18? Um, last year I had 5 people on wait list and I sold out at 12. Um, so I was like, that's what this year made me think 18. Now it's getting to the point of, do I make it 2 classes of 12, or do I make it one big class of 24, or like what do I do? Like he would have a better idea
Hmm.
for that. And then the weathering class, I'll just do one weathering class next year. That's all.
Yeah.
And then I will add a third class. And the third class should be cell shading for 2027.
Very nice.
Finally I can stop being scared and do the cell. I do cell shading at home after some practice, and I'm like, okay, I just need to suck it up and teach it to students.
Well, you also Gundam Assemble will be out too.
Yes. And that's kind of like, I want to talk to Bandai, but they're so like difficult to talk to unless you like are in the business,
Yeah.
Hmm.
right? And even then I think it's going to be difficult. But I'll probably end up trying to talk to them at Gen Con and be like, listen, this is what I do.
This is my jam.
Right? Like we would
I'm your
like
guy.
like if anything, we would like it if even if they gave like 100 miniatures to the paint and take for 2027 Gen Con, because that way it can help expand their name, right? Like I saw the miniatures that the Facebook Gundam Assemble group has some people in it, and I posted my pictures of my models painted, and they're like, "What did you use?" You know, all this stuff that like that's great. That's what you should be hearing right about now, and you don't. You're not hearing it.
Yeah.
You know, I've and now I can do it. I can be like, oh look, I have a RX 78-2 grandpa. Uh, you know, use these paints to paint it, and a lot of people are like, oh, do I just have to use the Bandai paints? Can I use whatever paints? And this is when you should have uh miniature painters who can paint it with everything, right? Like you're
Yeah.
getting all the different miniature painters using Army Painter, and GW paints or whatever they like, you know, so they can get that answer. Which paints can I use?
Whatever you like.
Alonso, what is that?
That's a sprig.
No, you don't need that.
It is a sprig.
No,
Don't need no
They
sprig.
you
they
ain't need no sprig.
have wooden arms as weapons, and so you know you
Lizzie,
won't.
do you think he needs sprig? I don't think he needs sprig.
You would think I'd just be able to smash their arms off and it'd be fine, but here we are.
Well, Mizzy wants me to play with the sprigs because I'm bringing sprigs to the team tournament.
This is how he gets me, guys.
So she does want me to bring sprigs.
That's
Well,
how
she
This is how he wins.
for the team tournament, I'm bringing my sprigs because I need a good unit to do it with, and sprigs are a good unit for the events and the feats and all the other stuff that we're working for the team tournament.
Cannot argue with that.
They can hold objectives really well, and on top of that, they come back. Annoying. Annoying. Annoying.
As Elsby. But it's fine.
So, almost done accomplishing what I wanted to accomplish. Get base colors on every. Almost all base. So we can go and talk about what we watched this week.
I watched a lot of Star Trek.
Did you finish the last season of Discovery? Are you still on it?
I am still on it. I am up to episode 6.
Gotcha.
So, um, backstory for everybody else. Because I am the ADHD gremlin that I am, I realized after watching this newest episode of Starfleet Academy that I never finished Discovery, and I was in the mood to watch more Star Trek because, whew, that was some damn good Star Trek. But anyway, so I've been rewatching slash finishing Discovery, and I love me some Tilly. She's so great, and just I'm a nerd, and I love. This is the one time where space doesn't scare me. So, been doing that. Mister, did you watch Starfleet Academy?
Unfortunately, not. I got
Ugh.
distracted. You know, girlfriend. Um, I caught bits and pieces on TikTok, unfortunately, but I did see that one scene uh, where Sam is like, "I stole my dad's codes." I was like, "Oh my god, that's the best part." Um,
That she calls him dad.
she calls him dad. I teared up even with that like 5 second scene that they were with the shuttle, and I was like, "Yeah, I just
There,
copied my dad's codes." I was like, "Oh, she called him dad." Oh,
Lester, there's another scene, and that's all I'm gonna say. But
of
there
course
is
there is.
another scene,
Of course there is.
and you might cry at that because even I was like, "Damn, my heart."
Yeah, you'll definitely cry at that one, or at least tear up very well at the second scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a.
and I watched the newest Star Trek since Nestor hasn't seen it. We won't spoil it. It was very Star Trekky.
Mhm.
Very much fit the vein of a Star Trek episode. Um, so on and so forth. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Uh, season finale is this week, and it's going to be a doozy.
I am not ready.
I'm not ready for it to be over. You know,
Yeah.
so on what I've been doing, watching other things, is I've been watching Stargate SG-1, and like one season of that is 22 episodes long, and so I'm like, where did we go from having like 22, you know, 15 episodes to 8 episodes in a season?
8 to 10 max, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, dang it, I really want good long stories.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we got into a discussion about that, and I was like, oh man, shows only have. I mean, I finished Night of the Seven Kingdoms and such, and that was 8 or so episodes, and I was like, dang, what happened? That was actually really really good. Like, why do we? I mean, are we just drawing it out so we can draw it out so we can get as much money as we can from viewerships? I'd still watch it if it was still good, even if it was 22 episodes long.
Yeah. Well, like Law and Order, any of the Law and Order are 20 plus episodes long.
Yeah,
Um, The Rookie is 20 something episodes long on ABC. And I'm like, okay, maybe because it's on a syndicated and not a streaming channel. But then you get to The Pit, which is 14, 15 episodes long, right? And
Yeah.
is it because of the special effects? But then you look at Star Trek The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise all were 20 something episodes long. So something's up.
I'm sure it's just cost.
Yeah, they're being cheap.
And then people have got to, they've got other contracts like, oh, well, I signed a contract with this channel to do this, so I can't, do anything during this time. So you got to keep it to 8 episodes or whatever. I would just like, man, I really wish the good series were, you know, 22 some odd episodes long or whatever. But, well,
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to see a good sci fi show like that to do that again in a long time.
Yep. No, it'll be a long time until we see that again.
But yeah, this episode was a very, very Star Trekky, very much in the vein, very much of what you would expect a Star Trek episode to be like.
Mhm.
Good.
Had some good heartfelt moments type thing. Um, characters are still there. They're still, so on
Definitely
and
some
so
oh
forth.
shit moments.
Yep, still good, still happy,
Mhm.
still enjoying it.
Mizzy, really quick on your Star Trek Discovery is um what did you I mean there it's not it's the first show to to touch in Star Trek after I think Enterprise. Um so I don't know like what your thoughts are on like the show itself.
I love it. I think it's a lot of fun, and I don't understand why people hate on it.
I think it got a rough start. Because people are like, "Oh, it's a Star Trek in the past," and then Flip Boom Bang is now a future episode,
Yeah,
the future
after
series.
like season 3,
Yeah.
or like during season 3, it became a future episode. Um,
Yeah.
but then it launched Strange New Worlds,
Mm-hmm.
um, which I thought was awesome. I enjoy Strange New Worlds.
Anson Mount as Pike is perfection.
He's
Yeah.
awesome.
They just finished all the filming of that, by the way.
Yeah,
Which I'm I'm ready for that.
yeah.
I need I need some more Erica in my life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. She's dope. She flies the ship.
Yes.
I'm ready for more number one of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of a thing for Rebecca Romaine. I was gonna say Stamos, but it's no longer Rebecca. It's the fact is that her and Jerry O'Connell are both on Star Trek is freaking hilarious.
It's wonderful.
Oh,
Like,
a stretch. I got what I wanted done, which was some block painting. Now I can work on the other block painting and then clean up. And then wash everything.
pretty much what I'm doing right now. I'm using a contrast paint on the metallics. Kind of like it digs in the crevices anyway,
Yep.
but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't kill the dull.
Correct.
And also, if I get it on like the blues, I don't care. Um,
It's fine.
but yeah, I enjoy. Me and Michelle binged all the Jurassic Worlds this weekend.
I did binge Young Sherlock.
How was that?
It is very much a Guy Ritchie show. If
Oh,
you
did he
like,
do it?
yeah, it's Guy Ritchie.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and if you like the Sherlock Holmes of Guy Ritchie, you'll like this.
I did like
Um,
Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes.
yeah. There,
Mm-hmm.
there is some aspects that don't flow over to this, because this is a young Sherlock Holmes. He's only like 19, and doesn't know how to fight.
Okay, I can go with that.
So it's like, him at 19 doing stuff, and it's not bad. Music's good, costuming is good. It's all shot. It doesn't look like it's all shot on sets. It looks like it's shot, out in public, which is good because you really need that. I can't stand green screen stuff hardly anymore, and we really need to see the realism needs to be there.
Yeah.
Type thing. We need to see the realism. Um, and then what else? The plot was, you could pretty much figure it out. It wasn't too crazy, but it is a who done it and why they did it type thing. So it was interesting. Um, Definitely the first like 3 or 4 episodes are really really solid and really good. And then when it starts taking and going and bringing the wider picture, it kind of like, oh, okay. Um, will it get a second season? I don't know if it'll get a second season. So you're gonna have to
Do
wait.
you want a second season?
Yeah, I'd like to see a second season. Uh, because the way they spun the story and such is pretty interesting. So I was pretty happy with it.
Nice.
Other than that, what else did I watch? Star Trek. Caught up on a couple of shows. The normal episodes of keeping everything going. Monarch. Watched the new episode of Monarch, which was
I
good.
watched the second episode, but I watched the first one. So
Yeah, first one was good. Second one was still good. Just give me some kaiju and story on kaijus, and let's get some kaiju fighting going on.
yeah, I mean, I do like they tease some King Kong here and there.
Yeah.
In the first one and second one it's fine, but yeah, I'm with you. I prefer. But if you look at the way how much everyone loved Godzilla minus one, which had very little Godzilla compared to
Yeah.
like everyone's like, "Oh, Godzilla minus one, such a great story," and it had like maybe 20 minutes of Godzilla total in it for a 2-hour movie. And then you get to like Godzilla 2014, which has like about the same, and everyone hated Godzilla 2014
Yeah.
because the stories are completely different. The
Yeah.
story is way better in minus one. So
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get a second season of Monarch. I know we're getting a spin-off of Monarch. There's a spin-off coming, which would make me believe that we're gonna get at least a third season out of Monarch. What else? What else did I watch? There was not a lot. Pretty much, I get up when I eat breakfast. I put on use typically an episode of Stargate SG-1 because that's like 200 episodes. And whenever I'm gonna be painting, I'll be streaming it on my second monitor while I'm painting. That way, I have some background noise and such. Because I got to get these finished by the end of a couple of weeks because we're like 17 days out or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not too far away.
I did watch
We are
Yellowstone Marshals, which is a spin-off series from the end of Yellowstone. So I I've never seen an episode of Yellowstone, but I've seen so many of it on TikTok that I feel like I have seen Yellowstone.
right.
So I was like, "Oh, Casey becomes a marshal. That's great." Wait, how do I know he's Casey? What the hell? Oh yeah. Um, like I felt the emotional damage of like the story. I was like, "Man, where's Rip?" Oh wait, Rip is that's right. How do I just watch the show, Nestor? Shut the hell up. um, I saw that SG-1 was on Netflix, and that kind of just caught my eye. I was like, "Okay, I could do this."
Yeah, it's just a good solid, you know, it's just sci-fi. We don't have a lot of good sci-fi shows hardly anymore, and when I mean sci-fi, science fiction, as in space or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need that. We don't have much of it right now, so I'll have to wait and see. And like I said, I can put it on, and it's dead brain activity. It's smooth brain activity, so I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
So, Mizzy, you watch anything else?
Um, I don't think so. Not that I can remember currently. Um, I was in the middle of watching Bridgerton, and then Netflix decided to be dumb. So
Which, yeah, you should probably should have given me the laptop so I could have fixed that this week.
I wasn't thinking about that.
We did do our official, not not prelude or whatever of draw steel this week, and
He
fourth
did not
shelf,
intend to kill us this time.
not on purpose.
Nice.
I almost died, but then we did really good this time with combat. We're definitely getting the hang of it a lot better. Um we were kind of talking about this beforehand. I like the system. I like what it does, but and there's a lot of different parts that are moving, and so you do have to keep attention, which is great. But at the same time, I'm really missing the tag team that
Daggerheart,
Daggerheart has.
Daggerheart
And
spoiled
I'm
you.
just like, damn, I really wish we could do a tag team. But I mean, that's just nitpicky. That's just a preference, so it's not too bad, honestly. But I how we did have to implement a raise your hand type of thing when you have a triggered action to interrupt something because
Yeah.
there's a lot of folks that got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the game. You can do a lot of um, somebody does this, I get to do that. Monster does this, I get to do that. And like as of right now, there's no monster maneuvers and triggers in the game, so you have to, I haven't had to do anything I like that. So they're gonna have to wait and see. But for the most part, there's a lot of you have to pay attention to the game and not just go, all right, it's my turn, roll a d20, I'm done, type thing.
Right.
There's a lot of, oh, you rolled and hit somebody that's within three squares of me. I'm gonna use my trigger that lets me heal them because they're within a certain space, or do whatever. So
Yeah. And for me, I find that going last helps me because everybody else has so much other stuff that they can do that I just do cleanup duty.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
But I mean,
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned role playing because I just realized Josh. Josh's character was mainstream for my next adventure. Now I got to rewrite it.
I did put a call out for anybody that wants to play in our Dagger Heart on Facebook. That we've got one spot open and such, and we'll see if anybody bites. But yeah, other than that,
yeah, I don't think. I mean, I played a lot of Magic this weekend. Um, got to look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cards, which there are some real classic callbacks putting the comic book and the cartoon. Um, there's both types of Aprils, the African American April and the black and the white April with the red hair. Um, Turtle Van, like there's all this great stuff that is such nostalgia for me and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I was happy to see
yeah. What else? There wasn't much going on. Been kind of busy doing other things and getting stuff done. 3D printing. I can hear that my printer's done, so I can now pop that off and start a new print.
I
I'm
rewatched Sinners.
shaking in my boots.
I rewatched Sinners
Spoiler
before.
alert, I don't have boots on.
I rewatched Sinners before coming on here.
Oh, okay. Which is always a solid.
It's a solid. Because I listened to a podcast and they were talking about Sinners and how it felt to watch it. I was like, it's been a year since I've seen it.
Yeah.
I needed to watch it. I feel it's going to be one of those movies like Lord of the Rings where I will throw it on at any moment just to watch it. It's such a solid movie.
Has it really already been a year? Damn.
Yes. It's gonna by the time the Oscars come out, it'll be a year.
Damn.
And I'm hoping they sweep the Oscars. I can hope.
They did a really good job on that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was watching a new movie on Netflix, War Machine, before the podcast. And it's just a sci-fi movie. Like, it's cool. It's very action packed, but I was like, okay, this is not award winning, but it's still fun to watch. So,
Yeah, I've heard that it's just it's a meh.
yeah, like watch it if you have nothing else going on or you need background noise to paint, go for it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Anything else? If not, we can go and get out of here and we can go eat dinner and dance and party and let Nestor finish painting
Let
because he's
Nestor
way
go to
behind.
bed.
No, Nestor put models away, Nestor put paints away, then Nestor go bed by.
All right, folks. Pay attention. Watch the Facebook feed. We will have a post coming up shortly about what we're bringing to Adepticon to give away during the content creators meet and greet. Other than that, please take care of yourself. Please look after each other. Make sure that you check in on your friends every so often. For More Than Dice, I'm Gonzo.
I'm Mizzy.
I'm Nessie.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for listening to More Than Dice, making the world a better, nerdier place, one dumb joke at a time. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more nerdy action or to connect with your hosts, Check them out on Facebook.com/more-than-dice and Twitch.tv/more_than_dice. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay proud, and we'll see you soon on the More Than Dice podcast.